So at the back end of Hall 2 we've got Langen. These are the custom bikes. Very unusual but beautiful design bikes. Look at the welding on that exhaust. The carbon fibre. That's what makes them so expensive. Absolutely beautiful bike, that one. Love that. 185 kilos, 185 horsepower, and 185 builds. That is phenomenal. They are very pretty, but the fact that there's no price on them means they are not cheap. But there we go. And over here we have Kove. Kove with their 450 motocross bikes stuck behind here. 6.5 grand for that one. 62 horsepower from the 450. That one doesn't have a price on the moment, but that's also the 450 RE Enduro bike. 170 kilometers an hour, 47 horsepower. And then their sort of rally version, very similar to the CF Moto, which, as I've already said, are not here. 51 horsepower, 145 kilos, not a lot of weight. 31 litre fuel tank, and that's because you've got these side pods down the side here, just like the CF Moto. And the Kove Rally here. That's the 800, that one. So, reminds you of the Desert X in any way from Vosges, Kove, Vosges. And then this one, the Enduro 250. No price on that one either. And the 250 MX, that's 6 grand. I like that colour scheme, Kove, the green, red and white. But yeah, there we go. 97 kilos, that weighs nothing. 7 litre fuel tank, so it's a proper sort of motocross bike. And then their 450 Rally here. .51 horsepower, 8.5 grand for that one. What do you think of that? Again, with the fuel side pods they've got there. So you've got a decent fuel tank filled up at the back here, and then the twin pods here. I like the design, and the quality looks pretty good. I like the spotlights, nice in there. That bracket, nice and sturdy bracket on there with a dash on. And that, to say, is it worth 8.5 grand? What do you think? I don't know. And this one with all the luggage on, that does look good. And the 800X 9899, quite a bit more than the Vosges 800X Rally. That's 7199. Which one do you think is worth the most, or is better value? Looks good in that colour scheme, the grey and the gold. And then the 800 Rally that isn't the X. And even that itself is still 9.5 grand. New and front suspension. 95 horsepower, so it's quite a powerful bike. And then here, Funin. That's unusual, isn't it? It's more like a car. Interesting. That the only thing left on this Hall 1 is Bimota. I already like this because it's number 22. But there we go. Bimota race bike, as is that. But then we've got the for sale bikes. The KB4 31269. Fantastic looking bike. Beautiful machinery. Lovely looking damper on there, Öhlins damper. Very well put together. 31 grand it should be. And then this one, the Tira. That is a lovely looking thing, isn't it? That's 34,392. So, power-wise, what do we got? 200 horsepower, 820 seat height, 1000 cc. So, 34 grand. More of a sort of a scrambler-esque look with those blocky tyres. Unusual design, isn't it? And then lastly, the KB998 Rimini. That is just phenomenal. The amount of carbon fibre on that is amazing. Super Corsa tyres. KB899 Rimini. Showa suspension setup is phenomenal. Then what do you expect? Because it is £37,777. And there we go. £37,777. 200 horsepower. 195 kilos. That's not bad. 1000 cc. Absolutely beautiful. But then it should be for 37 grand. And opposite the MotoGP stand, you also have Yamazaki. This is the YM50 RE. That's a pretty cool looking bike for a 50, isn't it? That really is. £2,349. I don't think anyone who's after a 50cc sports bike, and let's be honest, there are not many at all, if any. That is a good sized, cool looking 50cc bike. Same with that one, the MB50 Phantom. Now that is only £2,199 plus on the road costs. And again, for a naked 50, got all that bike with that tiny little engine inside there, look. That is pretty good. And then the Yamamoto CK50. And that's £2,049. To this one, the F30 1799, again 50cc. And finally the Yamamoto TY50 and 125. These are 1839 and 1999 for the 125. But that, with tiny little wheels, unusual, isn't it? But yeah. So that just leaves me to head back to Hall 3 for BMW. Hopefully now, because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I've been here since 9 o'clock this morning. Hopefully it'll be a bit quieter now. People would have gone home. So let's go and have a look and see what they've got there. I'm guessing they've got some BMWs. And straight into BMW with all the cruiser style bikes. The R18 Rocktain, look at that, look, £24,000. That thing is amazing. 91 horsepower. Huge pots on the side there with that boxer engine and the trashed panniers. If you like that kind of thing, look at the state of that. That is huge. That engine is phenomenal. This one in the white and gunmetal does look quite nice. Oh, look at that with the dash, look. That is amazing. If you like that kind of thing. Not mine, but I understand. And that is £31,500. Looks like a police bike, but BMW's version, doesn't it? Or the R18B for £27,000. 1800cc. Again, 91 horsepower. Oh, 48 miles per gallon. 398 kilos. Wow. This one though, 433 kilos. That's just ridiculous. You don't want to drop that, do you? Mind you, it's more like a car than a bike. And then, oh, this is cool. The Deus Ex Machina. It's unusual, isn't it? The CE02. I love that green and orange. That's a funky looking thing.
What advantage has that got over a push bike?
11 kilowatts. So that's 14.75 horsepower. Oh, hang on. How do they work that out? 11 kilowatts, 11 horsepower. Well, that's not right, is it? Well, that is quite funky. Oh, I love that wheel. That is brilliant. And then in the standard colours. This is £8,500. So 900 kilowatt standard charger. It's 2 hours 40 minutes from 0 to 100%. The 1500 kilowatt fast charger, an hour and 40 minutes, 20 to 80%. 132 kilos. Okay. And then the CE04, that weird looking seat. That's just belt driven, weird seat, weird panelling. And a massive looking dash. Then on to the C400X. That's £8,500. With a start at 6,940. Loads of extras. Comes in at £8,850. 206 kilos, 34 horsepower, 80 miles to the gallon. Nice colour scheme. And a nice scooter, but it's not cheap, is it? £8,500. 9,900 for the GT version. K1600 Grand America, 26 grand, and the K1600 GTL, 28 grand, 25 grand for the K1600 GTSE. Quite a bit of difference between that and that with that extra seat on the back. I think it makes a big difference. It looks really good. With a stereo on it. cool looking dash, keyless. This is basically the 1300 RT that the Rosas use. 28 grand. And the M1000R. That, if you're interested in that, will set you back a mere £26,000. 210 horsepower. That's a lot of power. And under 200 kilos. Not surprised with that carbon on it. That's pretty awesome looking, isn't it? That is an amazing bit of kit. So many bikes are getting so expensive now. And then that one, the XR. And then if you want the M1000RR, 40 grand. 218 horsepower. R1300R, 16 grand. R1300R SSE, 20,415. 145 horsepower, so it's quite powerful. And the S1000R Sport, 18 grand. That's more realistic pricing, isn't it? And in the grey, looks pretty nice. £210 horsepower. This one, which is the same bike but in this white colour scheme, 25 grand. So the standard RR Sport, 19,000, and then this one includes options. What are those options? Optional equipment on display model. The M package, titanium exhaust, endurance chain, performance package, billet package, and pillion package. So you get a little seat. So the little seat, 115 quid, not bad. The titanium exhaust, 5 grand, and the endurance chain. Really? 5 grand for the exhaust and chain. That's right. So 5 grand for the exhaust system and the chain. Well, this one looks alright. 5 grand less. F900 XR and the S1000. And the S1000 XR TE. Again, 18 grand. This one's 25. And then we've got this Concept RR. There we go. F800. The F800 GS, and then the new F450 GS. This is £7,760 for this actual model, 6,990 starting price, 48 horsepower, 178 kilos, 830 to 856 millimeter seat height. I think that will sell well up against the CF Moto 450 MT. Although, as I said, CF Moto are not here at the moment. Now I know they've gone back to Quadzilla, but they're not here this year. Looks quite good in red. And in black, the 900 GS Adventure. I quite like that blue with the gold wheels. 1300, 19 grand again. quite like the look of these. The Adventure TE, £20,000. Lots of extra equipment on this one. But that weird design on that front end there. It's unusual looking, isn't it? You've got all these hooks on here where you can hook panniers on the side. And the size of those boxes. It's big from the back there. Yeah, huge boxes. And even these ones, look at the size of them. Find that massive slab on the side there is huge. And then the R12 GS, 16,000. If that's your style. So that, I think, brings me to the end of my little series of Motorcycle Live 2025 videos. It's been a long day. It's coming up to 4 o'clock. I've been here since 9 AM and I'm going to go home now. I do have a 3.5 hour to 4 hour drive back, so I should probably stop for some food and drink and see if I can blag a car park pass, because otherwise I think it's going to cost me 18 quid for the car park. I know it's free to get in because I've got my press pass, but other than that, unfortunately, they said they only had a few car park passes and they all went on the first day. Excellent. So yes, I shall now try and see if I can get away with that. I don't know. But other than that, I will see you very soon for more. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Click the notification bell for all those other uploads. And I will see you in the next video. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye-bye.